Let's just bow down our head and say to Jesus, say, Jesus, this season, I want to adore you. Oh, let your name be glorified. Thank you, Jesus. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. I've got just 10 minutes, actually 8 minutes. We will do it in 8 minutes. Come with me to the book of Matthew, in the 2nd chapter. I would love to read from verses 1 to 11, but I'm not going to do that today. We're just going, because of our time, we're just going to take verses 1 and 2, and then verse 11. That should summarize 1 to 11. Hallelujah. Now, when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem, saying, where is he that is born the King of Jews? For we saw his star in the east, and are come to worship him. Verse 11. And they came into the house and saw the young child with Mary his mother, and they fell down and worshipped him. Opening their treasures, they offer unto him gold, frankincense, and myrrh. May the Lord bless the reading of his words. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Multimedia placed the title of the message is Wise Men Still Celebrate Him. Wise Men Celebrate Him. And I know that we have wise men in our midst, and so we will celebrate the Lord our God. Praise the Lord. Amen. We celebrate the Lord our God. Quickly, you'll find that the first thing is, we're talking about a king child. His name is Jesus. And it's the reason for the season that we're here now is the season of his glory, the season of his birth. And so we thank God for Jesus. We thank God for Jesus because the advent of Jesus changed the days forever and ever. The advent of Jesus brought us in line. Your birthday, my birthday is all in relation to the birth of Jesus on that fateful day in Bethlehem. And so, once and for all, he changed the world for us. Glory be to God. Hallelujah. And so, wise men still celebrate Jesus. And if you are a wise man or a wise woman, then you must celebrate Jesus for your joy to be full. These wise men, they came far from far country. And they made their desire known in verse 2. They said, we have come to worship him. And so by the time we got to verse 11, they fulfilled that. The Bible said they fell down and worshipped at his feet. They fell down and worshipped at his feet. These are not ordinary people. They are called Magi. If you read in some interpretation, we say Magis. Some people, in some interpretation, Magi means astrologers and people that have extra powers. So they were not ordinary people at all. They were men of knowledge that could see stars, which means their eyes of understanding are also open. Also, they were not ordinary people because for them to come all the way at that time, they were men of means. They had money. They had serious money. They were men of means. Not only that, they were people who were of big stature in the society. So they were also people of big caliber. But what did they do? In verse 11, they fell down before him and worshipped at his feet. They set aside everything. I want to believe, God, that beginning from today, you are going to set aside everything and worship the living God. Amen. This God, since I've known him, he has changed my life, is highly dependable. He's dependable. He's my father, he's my Lord, but he also is my greatest friend after Pastor Mo. My very, very close friend. Very, very close friend. It could be closer to you as well. If you set aside everything to worship him, what do you need to do? Submission and humility. Look at those people. They submitted to him. The Bible says they fell down and worshipped at his feet. Submission and humility. Will you make that your New Year resolution or your New Year watchword? Submission and humility to the living God, and see what he's going to do in your life. See what he's going to do in your life. Brother said he was working in Southern and everything, but despite that, the man was still making sure that he remain at his duty post. As many of you that submit to the Lord, submit your time to the Lord, humble yourself before the Lord will lift you up. Amen. In the name of Jesus. Amen. It will lift you up. In the name of Jesus. It's not only a prayer, it's a covenant. He will lift you up. He will lift you up. May the Lord lift you up. Amen. Now I pray for you, may the Lord lift you up. In the name of Jesus. Amen. So number 2 is submission and humility. Number 3, seek the Lord your God. They came all the way from far country. They came from a very far country. The day Jesus was born, they saw the star and they began to make their way. Let me tell you, it took them a long time. You want to know? Go and read further on in that chapter 2, and even in the book of Luke, that when, especially the book of Luke chapter 2, when Jesus was brought to the temple, the main offering, the offering they made were offering of the poor. They brought 4 doves. If they had got gold, frankincense and myrrh, they would have made a better offering. But those did not arrive on time because these people were coming from far. Are you ready to seek the Lord? Are you ready to come from afar? Move out. Move into with the Lord. Move into the Lord and see what He will do to you and do in the life of your children. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. I told you earlier on that our God is my very, very close friend. Very close friend. Many things are happening. We pray, we carry out deliverance. If it were not the Lord, if it were not the Lord on our side, what shall Israel say? Psalm 124. When the enemy came up, they would have swallowed us quick. 2 weeks ago, I was attacked in the night. I was attacked seriously. And I quietly left Pastor Mo and went into our restroom. By the time she discovered I was not around, came around, found me with cold sweat. I mean, we're in the middle of winter and I was sweating seriously. I couldn't even talk to her because I was in great pain. I couldn't talk to her. I was just using hand signs. I was sweating. My sweat were like foam. The foam coming out of my body. But then I remember who had sent me, my friend. I said, Lord, the battle is yours. The battle is yours. And he reminded me, he said, son, just swallow the blood of the Lamb. And from that moment, things turned around. Will you make him your friend? Is forever dependable and reliable. He can never let you down. Amen. He will not let you down. Amen. In the name of Jesus. Amen. And so you have to seek him, look for him. They sought him out at great expense. They sacrificed time, they sacrificed money. They were even ready to sacrifice themselves in the desert. That was what they took. They also sacrificed their knowledge. They also, even in the process, they cut off a connection. Because King Aaron now connected with them and told them, when you found the child, let me know. And Aaron was number 1 king after the Roman emperor. So it was a big connection for them. But God told them, don't go back to Herod. So they even sacrificed connection. Many of us, we can't even sacrifice connection with friends, let alone a big king like Herod. They call him Herod. That's why the Bible says Herod the king. You need to see what he built in Masala 4,000 years ago on top of mountain. You knew that indeed he was a great king. He was just an evil king. The guy was brilliant. Herod was a brilliant king. But they didn't care. They didn't care a hoot. All they wanted to do was to serve the Lord their God. Hallelujah. Wise men still worship Jesus. What is the meaning of worship or meaning of adore? It means to love, to honor, admire, respect. And I'll be rounding up. Because everything, we've sung it again and again, even this morning, that everything I have belongs unto you. Are you really saying the truth? Are you saying the truth? Was it coming from your mouth or coming from your lip? Or was it coming from your belly? Because the word of the Lord says, He has spoken twice. The power belongs to God. This morning, Grandma Teniola was taking a teaching on Sunday school teaching on moderation. And this, in the open heaven this morning was also about moderation. Moderation. Specifically, moderation in dressing. And we have to be moderate in dressing. And the Holy Spirit of God opened my eyes and gave me a revelation. The revelation that the Holy Spirit of God gave me was that whatever you flaunt, whatever you are flaunting is a gift of God. And we are meant to glorify God with everything we have, beginning with our body. And I told the workers this morning, as the Holy Spirit of God instructed me, I said to them, I said, what makes ladies to show off their cleavage? It's because you have it. If you don't have it, if your chest is flat like mine, will you show it? Will you flaunt it? Rise up on your feet. It's flesh. It's a show off. If your chest is flat like mine, you will not show it. So why are you showing what you are meant to keep? Every precious thing is hidden. The precious, hide it for the Lord your God. The Lord bless you. In the name of Jesus. Father, we just thank you. We give you all the glory. You deserve all praise. You deserve all adoration. We bless and magnify your holy name. Oh, come, let us adore.